Heyo, welcome on back to Mass Effect. Possibly, potentially, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything. For I am a fool. A fool for you. That's a song. That's like a Fallout song. And by Fallout song, I of course mean like anywhere from like 40s to 60s kind of song. I'm a fool for you. Or maybe it's a modern day song. I don't know. Could be. Could really be. But anyway, welcome on back to my second day on the job. I'm sure I'm going to do terrible. Here I am with January Shepherd. She's pretty fantastic, I think. I don't know, you can disagree, but I will ban you from the channel. I'll block you on every single social media. If I ever see you in real life, I am like legally obligated to completely ignore you. You can look at me, stare me directly in my face, and I will not make eye contact with you. I will act like you don't exist. I will try to walk through you, but because you are a physical human being in the physical world, I will just bump into you, but then I will pretend like nothing happened. And if you ended up touching me or being like, "Hey, buddy, what's your problem?" I would look around and pretend like you're a ghost. I'd be like, "Something just touched my shoulder. Oh my god! Did anyone see that? Does anyone else feel a presence in this room?" But yeah, I got bits. All right, I got so many bits. I already came up with the title of this live stream before I literally came up with it yesterday, like before I went to bed. I was like, the next title of my Mass Effect live stream is gonna be Second Day on the Job. I forget if I came up with this while live streaming or if I came up with it like last night when I was in bed, technically earlier this morning, because I went to bed at like 4 or 5 a.m. Uh, but yeah, no, man, I am also extremely tired. It's like just now kind of catching up to me how truly tired I am. But yeah, my other title for this live stream was going to be Bit Boy because I got bits galore. But instead, a bit that I came up with, and an original bit, is so I don't know. Let me know for like people who actually like have their stuff together, like you legitimately wear like a suit or at least a business shirt and you go into an office job. Like both of my parents, my mom and my stepdad, they both work office jobs. Like they both done various things. They've been at points like I presume kind of like a salesperson, and then also like managers and like just like different levels in office jobs. So I could ask them, but I truly wonder, is it possible to just like walk into like an office building and get a job there and start working, or do you have to engage in a little bit of deception, a little bit of subterfuge, if that's even the right word? like let's say theoretically I had like friends, which I don't, so this is all theoretical, but like could I like fake my way into getting an office job? Because like I just think it would be hilarious if I like ended up working at an office job. I don't know why, but that seems like such like a funny bit to me. Are you just gonna hang out there forever, Ashley? Okay. I mean, hey, don't let me stop you. Are you good?
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
All right, Ashley. Can that? Can that sort of behavior? That's an order from your superior officer. All right. Caden, you're doing great work. Keep it up.
Big place.
Yeah, exactly, man. And you got a big heart, and I'm proud of you, sport. Uh, but yeah, so
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
good to meet you too.
Ah, you humans are a wonderful sight here on the Citadel.
Nice.
It is good to see you, human. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here.
Thanks.
I certainly hope the other inhabitants are treating you well, human.
What? I'm surprised this guy has this many lines of dialogue.
Human, delighted, welcome.
Okay, there we go.
Good to meet you.
I was expecting at most like 3. I stopped talking to him after 2.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Yeah, how do I get a job like you, lady? I want to like sit behind a desk and not really do much. Like, I want my job to primarily consist of me doing emails. Like, I clock in for like an 8-hour shift at an office, and I just like, my primary job is just doing emails. Like, yeah, maybe I could be like an assistant, you know? Like maybe that's something I could score. Because like, again, I have a high school diploma. I dropped out of college my first year. I've worked just, you know, kind of like, I don't want to say like bottom barrel jobs, but like jobs that are easily obtained and easily lost. You know, where I've been a dishwasher, a delivery driver, a stalker, a customer service worker, and I mean grocery stalker, by the way, not like the creep kind of stalker. I've never done that, unless we count like me trying to sneak up on my cat, because my cat was like sleeping on the table, and I saw her because like there's just like a random towel we have on the table for my cat to sleep on, and she's just like sleeping there. And I'm like, I try to like sneak up on her and like give her a pet, but because she's a cat, she like immediately hears me coming up and like turns her head towards me, and I'm like, "Hi, Mac." But yeah, like I have absolutely like no experience working any kind of like higher level job, you know, jobs that I presume typically require a higher level education. But like, could I like, could I forgive my French here, bullshit my way into a job like that? You know, if I had like 2 friends as references, like working for like fake companies where it's like, oh yeah, Postmodern Lemon, guy was great at his job. Yeah, we all called him Postmodern Lemon. But yeah, no, I think that would be a really wonderful, just funny bit. And then, you know.
Don't you just love it here? There's so much to see and do.
I know, right?
The ambassadors here are very respectful, except for that Volus. I've met the most interesting people since I started working here.
Cool.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Nice. So I think that's it.
Don't you just love it here? There's so much to see and do.
Cool. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think that would be I don't know. It'd be such a funny bit to like work an office job when you like have absolutely no idea what you're doing, and you just kind of gotta like navigate your way around it. I don't know, I think that would make for like a good reality TV show. Like if you hired somebody who has absolutely zero experience and they now have to like work at like a decently a decently high position at a company. Like they're not a manager or anything, but they like are a significant part. Like they end up like going to meetings, they end up like contributing a lot, they have like projects they have to accomplish, and it's just like somebody who has no clue what they're doing, no experience, and they just have to figure it out on the fly. And perhaps they could like recruit like other coworkers to be like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, and like the kind of the goal is like, can you keep this job? Can you like maintain your cover and actually like be a decent enough employee to not get fired after like it can depend on how long you want it to last for. 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, hell, make it a year. You just see like a year of this person's life working this office job. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy and alone in this, but I feel it would be very funny. But yeah. Are these leaves? I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, how did these... Oh, okay. I was like, how in the heck did these leaves get over here? But yeah, no. I genuinely just think that would be kind of a funny bit. And then the only other bit I kind of came in with that I had an idea for. I was watching I was watching a Library Laterno video, i.e. like Northern Lions clip channel, and like the title of the video is great. It's cis het husband educates himself for Pride Month. It's like really funny, and it's like he hasn't been streaming for 2 weeks. He's like kind of been taking a break from that, and so like people were like bringing up different bits and like stuff in the discourse in pop culture, and he's just like, I don't know, man, you're asking the wrong guy. But like I will say that is kind of like a funny thing, is that like it's like I don't know, I feel somewhat bad for like bisexuals, man, because like, you know, like, you know, all women know how to do these days, or all that women know how to do these days is charge their phone, you know, eat like hot chip or food, and be bisexual, and you know, like that's just all women know how to do these days, and they can't stop it, and they can't help themselves that they, you know, end up dating a cishet boyfriend, which I don't know. Again, like all jokes aside, like I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like there's more prevalence for bisexuality in women than there are in men generally. I could be wrong about that. I don't know if there are like any stats out there for that, but I don't know. I just get the distinct impression that women are more either open or accepting, or like open to the possibility of being bisexual. But then like, I don't know. It's like bisexual women get teased all the time for like having a boyfriend, when it's like, yeah, they're bisexual. They're attracted to, you know, either sex, gender, whatever you want to call it. Because like, I don't know. It's just like, it's like, I don't know. It's like queer discourse online. Like queer communities can be like a really nice, welcoming space. Really like empathetic. Really like open and accepting, I presume. I don't know. I've never been a part of a queer space. I haven't been a part of any space ever. Unless you count my personal space. That's about it. That's the only space I'm in, baby. But no, like genuinely, I find it to be this sort of like, it's this like odd thing where like bisexuals aren't really accepted, or it's like if you're dating a man as a bisexual woman, it's like, oh, you're not a real bisexual. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like okay, could be wrong, let me know, but the quintessential bisexual woman experience is like falling in love with like a straight woman who is either like your best friend, or like a really good friend, or just like somebody who's like important in your life, but then obviously they're straight and they don't want to date you, so you end up settling for a man. Is that not the quintessential bisexual woman experience? Let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's pretty much like that. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like, of course. Also, I'm joking. Like, it's like, don't let anyone tell you who you aren't. You know, Because, like, I don't know, I also find the term, like, bisexuality to be interesting. Because it's like, I like that term more, or that label. But then, I don't know, I'm a little bit based, you know? I'm a little bit woke, as some may say. I firmly believe that sexuality is on a spectrum, and gender is on a spectrum, you know? So, it's like, if anything, I would be more prone to identify as, like, pansexual, but then I feel a little apprehensive to say I'm, like, pansexual or something like that. Because, like, if I sort of believe you're attracted to what you're attracted to, and that's, like, a multifaceted thing, you know? It's like, say, for example, you might be attracted to, like, a dominant personality. You might be attracted to somebody who is, like, cool or popular, or you might be attracted to somebody who's much more low-key and kind of independent, you know? It's like, also that delves into, like, kinks. You might have, like, one kink in this realm, but then, like, something else that's similar to it that you're not into at all, you know? So it's like, I think it's a bit more, like, sexuality is, like, a bit more multifaceted than a lot of people, like to either think it is or pretend like it is. But that's sort of just my general take on it, is that it's just like, there are, like, some things you're into and then some things you're not, and that's perfectly fine. But, like, like, first of all, I don't like the term pansexual. Like, if you're pansexual, hey, that's great. But I don't like it because, first of all, it opens people up to pan puns. Like, if you like, meet a bisexual person, or you see someone who's bisexual, and you immediately make a joke like, whoa, what are you, attracted to pans? I'm gonna grab a pan and I'm gonna hit you over the head with it, and you're gonna see stars. Not cartoon stars, like, your vision is going to go out because I hit you so hard on the head with a frying pan, and now you're gonna go to the hospital for a major concussion, and I'm gonna go to jail for assault. I'm joking. But yeah, that's my pansexual bit. All right, get your pan puns out of here. All right, I don't care if you're pansexual. You keep those pan puns out of here. You get that out of here. All right. I don't regularly engage in kink shaming, but I will kink shame you for this, you dirty pun lover. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry. But yeah, it's it's I don't know. I think it's a funny thing. Yeah. You know, being into puns isn't a sexuality. It's a fetish. Okay. Oh man. Anyway, kind of going back to that, is that like pansexual? I know this is not what it implies, but at least from like how I assume most people hear it, and like most general people's understanding of pansexuality is that like, oh, you're attracted to anything or everything, you know? And actually, yeah, it's you can be attracted to anything. And I think that's like, yeah, I think that's true. I think you can be attracted to anything, you know? It's like, you might be out here going around being like, man, I don't like either of these two boring gals or this boring guy alongside them. Like, you know, I'm not into that. You know what I'm into? I'm into these guys. I'm into these folks, you know? Or maybe you're into this short little guy, you know? Might be your thing. Not my thing, personally, but hey, no judgments from me. But yeah, but it's like, but I feel like pansexuality gets kind of like this reputation or looped into this idea of like, oh, you're into everything, and it's like, no, I don't think there's a single person who's into everything. Maybe there is. Maybe there's someone who is just like into absolutely everyone, you know? Because like, I don't know. Again, I think it is like somewhat of a spectrum, because like there are people that where I can see attractive qualities in them, you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean I would have a relationship with them, You know, like I can look at somebody and be like, oh hey, you know, something people kind of like is like salt and pepper hair, you know, like oh now that's a refined person, you know, or refined man, because typically, honestly, I'd be into a woman maybe with salt and pepper hair, because that'd be hot, in my opinion. But like you hear that more so for like men, and it's like I'm already not into men. But it's like you give me like an old man, super not into that. I would kill a man before I would be with one. Me personally, you know. But like, you know, it's like but it's like if that's what somebody's into. I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this. Like the salt and pepper hair. Oh yeah, that might be like a quality you find attractive, but just because somebody has like salt and pepper hair doesn't mean you're going to be into them. You know, like just the same where if you identify as straight, gay, or bisexual, you're not going to be attracted to like every single person that is like in the realm of like that you're supposed to be attracted to. Like me as a straight guy, I'm not attracted to every single woman I see. You know, like it might be somewhere I'm like, oh, that's a good looking lady, or you know, if you're like a gay person, either a guy or a gal, you might be like, oh hey, that's a good looking lady, or it's like, oh hey, you know, she's not my type, you know, and I don't know, I think it's a very interesting discussion. And I think it warrants a lot more nuance and credit than, like, I feel a lot of people give it, you know? Like, I also get it if it's just something people don't want to think about, and you don't want to have to, like, acknowledge this aspect of yourself, you know? To be like, oh, man, am I weird? Because, like, I don't know. I like exercising empathy. I like going out of my way to try to like understand something that like I personally wouldn't be into. Like say for example, I've come up with like at least two, maybe three. I don't know. I'm trying to remember, because like I've like at least two like gay romance stories for like men, and like that's like almost the primary focus of it. I mean, one of them definitely, that's not the primary focus of the story, but it is like a major plot element, and it's following the main character, you know? So it's like, it's a significant part of that story. And then for like another one, like I literally came up with this idea because I was like, all right, I want to do a, like, I want to come up with with like a romance story between two men, because that's not something I would ordinarily be into. And it's like, how can I think about this in a way that makes me into it, you know? And again, it's like it's a multifaceted thing where it's like, it's less so about like the actual attractiveness I have to like the characters or something like that, and more so like I'd like the relationship, you know, where it's like there are aspects about the relationship that I enjoy and I find to be either interesting or cute or, you know, like maybe desirable, I guess, in a way, if you know what I mean, where it's like, oh man, I would like to have a relationship like this, you know, potentially with a woman, but hey, you know, I'd be open to other sorts of people, you know, like I don't know, because like again, that's something I think about, because like, you know, I don't think the idea of like the love of your life is like truly a real thing. I don't think it's like something that you should really hold out hope for. I think even more so accurate, there might be like multiple loves of your life, you know, like there might be one person that you really like above anyone else, like a person you might want to start a life with, settle down with, you know, spend a significant amount of your time with, however you want to phrase it or however you want to think about it. Uh, but like, it's like I don't hold much credence to the idea like, oh yeah, there's a perfect person out there for you. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be like a perfect relationship. There's always going to be ups and downs. There's going to be like compromises. There's going to be fights. But, you know, it's about like, you know, getting through those fights, overcoming those differences, like actually working on compromises. That is like, that's what love is, you know, is like going through the effort of doing all that because you truly care and you truly love this other person. And it's like it's like, I don't know, what if I met the love of my life, or somebody that could be the love of my life, but they were like a man, and I'm not normally attracted to men. It's like, I don't know, could I date this person, or would I be like, I'm sorry, you know, I think you could be the love of my life, but I'm just not into men. Sorry. And it's like, I don't know. I think I could see myself kind of going both directions. I think it depends. And also, you know, it's like, what if you meet the love of your life, like in terms of personality, in terms of like basically everything except for physical attractiveness. And now, I don't know what that might mean for you. I don't know what that might mean for me, but it's just like, for whatever reason, you do not find this person physically attractive. Would you still be willing to be in a relationship with them? Would you still, uh, like, want to engage in that? I don't know. I think it's an interesting question that, like, you know, a lot of people probably won't have to answer, or, you know, your question is going to be a bit more complicated than that in life. So it's like, I don't know. These are things I like thinking about and considering. You know. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I've been going for almost half an hour now, just not saying anything, or not playing anything, not playing the game, just saying stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I very much like in engaging in that conversation. You know. You know, I will say that this does remind me of like an interesting take I saw somebody have on TikTok. And like, I know, I couldn't help but feel for this person, but also kind of disagree with them, you know? So here, I'm just gonna give you like the rundown. So there's a person, and I forget how exactly they identified, but they were a queer person. I don't know if they specifically labeled themselves as like non-binary, or shoot, is there like an actual word for like, if you feel like you're both genders, you know, like you feel you yeah, hold on, because like non-binary is kind of like a catch-all term for like, either I don't feel like either gender, or I feel like both. I feel like that's how non-binary is typically used. But like, specifically, I'm thinking about like a yeah, I think genderqueer might be the term I'm looking for. Yeah, there are umbrella terms. Uh, so like, yeah, so non-binary people may identify as intermediate or separate third gender, identify with more than one gender, or no gender, or have a fluctuating gender identity. Uh, let's see. Uh, hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking for like I don't know. Would it be like bigender? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what the term would be if you feel like you're both a man and a woman, and sometimes you present differently depending on that. Uh, hmm. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just reading through this. Hmm. Hmm. Gender fluid. Gender fluid was what I was looking for. That it took me so long to find, but I got to the bottom of this where it's like in 2021, the Trevor Project survey, 72% of respondents who identified as non-binary said they used the term to describe their gender identity. You know, and then other commonly used gender identity labels with the non-binary umbrella included queer, gender nonconforming, gender fluid, genderqueer, androgynous, agender, demigirl, demiboy, gender flux, and bigender. So yeah, bigender is like much more rarer for people to identify as. But yeah, gender fluid was what I was thinking of. So there was this person on TikTok who is gender fluid, and you know, they had a very interesting take where they said they like identified that way, but then they found that like straight women wouldn't want to be into them, and they were like, you know, like it's like straight women, you can be into me, like that's fine. And like again, I think that's a very like interesting take, because again, I sort of agree. Like I think some people do need to let go of this idea of like, oh, I'm straight, so I can't be with this person who is like maybe genderqueer, or it might be ambiguous what their gender is, or they may identify as both or neither. Like I don't know, I could definitely see myself dating a non-binary person, but like it's like I don't. It's like again, I don't think I would necessarily want to date a man. Could be wrong. Maybe I'll find the right guy for me someday, but I doubt it. But yeah, but like I wouldn't be like, oh, are you're non-binary, use they them pronouns. Oh, sorry, we can't go out. Like no, if I really like the person and they like me, and I get lucky enough, I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to go out with you. You know. So yeah. Fun little fact about me, I guess. But I did feel bad for this person because, like, I totally get what they're saying, but then, like, also, it's like, can you really expect straight women to be attracted to you if you are gender fluid and or genderqueer? You know? Because it's like, I don't know, it seems like an odd thing where it's like, it's like again, I know it's a bit more complicated than this, but if like half the time you're like a man and I'm attracted to that, like let's say I'm a straight woman, God forbid, but yeah, let's say I'm a straight woman and like I'm really only attracted to you like 50% of the time, and then when you act more feminine or you act or you know you kind of present like feminine versus present masculine. Like presenting masculine, I'm totally into that. I really like that. But then when you present feminine, it's not attractive to me. Like I don't know. It's like I don't think you can really blame somebody for that. I don't think you can really get mad at somebody for, you know, not being into that sort of thing. You know, it's kind of like, it's not exactly like this, but it kind of reminds me of like the ick discussion, where it's like, on one hand, like icks can kind of be overboard, where it's like, you know, I think there's a bit of nuance and context that needs to be thought about and considered with icks, because like on one hand, like icks can be like something very normal. You know, it's like, I don't know, maybe like an ick for me would be like if you're a conservative. Like if you're a conservative person, I don't care how hot you are, like we can't go out. Or it's like, this one is a little bit more mean. Well, I don't know if it's mean, but it's like, this is just how I feel. It's like, I could never go out with somebody, well, maybe not never, but it would be very unlikely for me to go out with somebody who believes in God or believes in some kind of religion. You know, like that is a definite ick for me. because it's just like we fundamentally disagree on how we interpret and understand the world. You know, again, I'm not saying it would be impossible or I would never do it, but it'd be very unlikely. It's very much an ick for me if somebody's like, oh, I believe in God, and I'm like, I'm a staunch atheist. Like, I don't have to change your mind. You can believe what you want to believe, but we just have this, like, in my opinion, a very fundamental difference that I think would cause division and strife in our relationship, potentially. You know, I could be wrong. You know, I could disagree. Maybe I don't know. Again, I'm not in the dating scene. I'm not in any relationships. So it's like I don't know how it is for other people, but it's like I don't know. I would also be fine if like somebody who believed in God and was really into me was suddenly not into me, or was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't be with you if, you know, I didn't believe in the God they believed in. You know, I'd be like, oh, hey, you know, that's a shame, but hey, that's all right. You know, I'm not here to change your mind or change how you feel, you know? And it's like, again, I think some cases of that are valid and are fine. But then, like, other cases, it's just like, I don't know, icks get a little weird sometimes when it's just like, oh, man, when a guy, like, bends down to put on his shoe, oh, so feminine, so emasculating. It's just like, I don't know, it's very funny to me, just, like, the very tiny things that are, like, icks to a person, because, like, again, if there's, like, something major that you don't like in your partner, that's fine. But if there's like a very minor detail, like I don't know. I don't think I could come up with like an ick that is like such like a tiny little thing. Like I don't know. Like I genuinely don't know. It's like it maybe like an ick would be like, say if you picked your nose, but even then that would be fine. But if you picked your nose and then ate it, that would be like an ick. That would be like a that's yeah, no, that's not cool. You know, I mean, you can do that if you want, but it is pretty gross, you know. Or it's like, I don't know, it's like it would be something that like to me is like genuinely a gross thing, you know, hence where the term ick comes from, like icky, you know. So it's like, again, I'm not like saying this is one and the same, but like in terms of that, like gender fluid person kind of bemoaning the fact that like straight women aren't into them, it's like, yeah, I think they wouldn't be, you know? It's like, maybe like a bisexual person or a pansexual woman would be into you. But like, it's like, I don't know, I think that's also like a interesting thing with like attraction, is that like, you know, say for example, if there was like a straight, like cis man, saying that like, you know, oh, why aren't women attracted to me? Why don't women want to go out on dates with me? And it's just like, they may just not want to go out on a date with you. Like, you can't compel somebody and you can't force somebody to have feelings that they don't have. Like, it's not going to happen, you know? If, like, you know, maybe you might be friends initially with a person and potentially over time feelings could develop. But, like, you know, you can't make a person love you. You can't make a person be attracted to you. It's just not something you can do. And it's something that's hard because, like, rejection sucks. It makes you feel bad. It definitely hurts you. But, you know, it's like ultimately you kind of, growing up is like learning to take that on the chin. Learning to accept that and say, hey, that's all right, you know? It's like, is like, maybe there are things you could improve about yourself, and maybe there's nothing you could have done to improve yourself, to make yourself more attractive. Like, that person just wasn't attracted to you, and hey, that's fine. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's not attracted to me, you know? It's like, I feel like that's kind of a key foundation for a relationship, but it's not a necessity. Because again, it's like I don't know. It's like, could you date someone who's like just a brain? Like I'm talking like a literal human brain with like, say, like a computer interface, or just like some way to communicate with you. Like all they can do is talk to you. Could you be in love with somebody who is just a brain? Could you be in love with somebody's brain? Because I don't know. I think I could. I think it would be weird and strange, but I could definitely do it, you know? And it's like, I don't know. Would the brain be able to be in love with me? I don't know. It's an interesting question, and it's a question that, like, I don't think will be answered easily or within, like, our lifetime, potentially. But who knows what the future holds. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a really fascinating, nuanced topic that I don't think gets enough kind of traction or attention as it should. But yeah, anyway, I think I had a third bit. I had like one more bit or idea that I thought about. Actually, I don't know if I did. I don't know. My problem with live streaming sometimes is that I'll come up with like an idea, or I'll come up with like something I want to talk about, and like I'll even talk about it out loud to myself to sort of like practice. But then I'll actually like sit down, start the live stream, and I'm like, I don't remember what I was gonna say. I don't remember what I was saying to myself earlier. Alright, well anyway, let's go figure out what I'm actually supposed to do around the Citadel. Am I supposed to talk to you, maybe?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. There are many points of interest here, including the Citadel embassies and CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Okay, so I think I'm supposed to go to the Citadel Tower.
Goodbye,
That's like...
and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Sure. So this lets me fast travel? Ah. Okay. Are you talking about me and what I was talking about? My speech? Because if so, thanks. Or are you talking about one of the characters in the game? Because honestly, that's something I've been really enjoying about this game. It's got some really great voice acting in it. Like Keith David. Oh, I love Keith David. He's so great. Oh, thanks. Hey, this is the Krogan, right?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Alright.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this game. I love all the... I don't know. I think it's... I don't know. I just love learning about, like, different people. And, like, I don't know. I will say, I do like Mass Effect for what it is, but I am, like, kind of disappointed sometimes in, like, aliens in various games. Because, like, take, for example, the Elcor are, like, really interesting. They're, like... like quadrupedal animals or not animals, but like they're a quadrupedal species, and they like communicate very subtly with each other. So when they're communicating with like other people, they have to like specify what their tone is, because to like other people they sound monotone. And I don't know, I feel like I feel like more games should, like, if you're doing like a sci-fi alien sort of thing where there are like aliens from different planets and species, like, I don't know, you should really get creative with that. And like, you know, you shouldn't be like limited to just like, oh yeah, here's like a bunch of bipedal people, you know? It's like I don't know, I don't know much about the Asari. Like, I think they're pretty interesting. From what little I know about them. I haven't, like, run into the person that gives me some backstory on the Asari. But it's like, you know, it's like, I don't know. I think the idea of, like, what's it called? Like, evolution convergence or something like that? Or it's like, what's the, what's like that crab idea? Where, like, just, like, a bunch of different species of animals ultimately end up becoming like a crab, because like being a crab is just like is so like amazing, you know? It's just like you have like a hard shell, you have cool claws, you're able to like crawl around with all your legs. Like, I don't know, I think it's like I love like more kind of creative alien species where it's not just like, oh hey, here's like a blue person. And it's like, yeah, blue person's pretty cool, but I want to see more like, I want to see like an alien made out of gas, you know, like how that would work, how they could communicate, you know. It's just like stuff that is like, or like different types of species or people that seem like completely incomprehensible, but you know, through interacting with them, you get to understand them more and kind of figure out how they work in some ways, and then also have like other kind of things about them be a mystery. But yeah, tell me about the memorial statue. Or did I already ask about that? I don't think I did.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Serves them right. I don't know. What are you actually going to say if I choose this?
Sounds like they got what they deserved.
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
Nah, Avina doesn't make moral judgments on historical events. But I will say, like, that right there is, like, a kind of interesting sort of perspective. Because, take, for example, take these guys. They're almost arachnid-like in their appearance and how they are. And again, I don't know what these guys are exactly. Like, I don't know if they're, like, completely sentient or... I don't know. I want to find out about those guys. Like, what are they doing? Why are they just, like, around the place connected to a terminal? But yeah, it's like, I'm gonna kind of, like, talk about two different properties here. And, like, what that kind of little conversation made me think of was, like... Starship Troopers, where it's like, that's a really, like, interesting movie because like, the kind of bad guys or the evil aliens are, like, insect-like in nature, you know? So it's, like, very easy to kind of, like, see them as just monsters, but then, like, the whole movie is a satire. So, like, as you kind of watch it, you figure out that it's like, oh, the humans invaded their home planet and then attacked them, and now they're just like fighting to kind of get them away and to protect their home. And then, like, the very end of the movie is Neil Patrick Harris going up to one of the bugs, and you see, like, its eye, like its cute little eye, and he puts his hand on it, and then he goes, "It's scared," and then everyone cheers. And it's like, it's such, like, a tragic ending, but it kind of, like, makes sense in a way, because it's like, it's very easy to, like, dehumanize a bug, is because, like, a bug seems very, like, almost kind of foreign or alien to most people, you know? Like, I was thinking about this the other day when I ended up, like, killing a cockroach, because I have a natural aversion and fear of bugs, and it's like, also, you know, you don't want cockroaches in your house, but, like, I killed the poor thing, and I was like, I feel a little bit bad, you know? Like on one hand, you know, it's just a simple little cockroach, no big deal, but on the other hand, it's like, that was a living creature, and I ended its life, and it's like, you know, maybe its life wouldn't have been as long as mine or as significant, but, you know, it still had a life, and maybe it deserved to live, you know? And it's like that also reminds me of, shoot, it's like Love, Death, and Robots, the, like, Netflix anthology series. I think that's the term for it. But there's, like, one episode of that where this guy on a spaceship ends up, like, crashing into this, like, or he ends up in an area he's not supposed to be. And so there's, like, he, like, ends up hallucinating what's happening, and it's, like, almost like a spider-like entity is, like, giving him these, like, hallucinations and these dreams, and he's like, show me what you really are. And, like, they're obviously posing as, like, a human, but they're like, no, I don't think I can do that. I don't think you want that. And then they do, and, like, you see, like, the guy is, like, he's gaunt, he has, like, a huge beard, and he's, like, not on a spaceship, but he's in this, like, kind of giant alien structure, and then, like, a spider-like alien comes out, and he's, like, absolutely terrified. But it's like, I don't know, you can't help but feel bad for the for the alien creature, person, entity, whatever you want to refer to them as. Because it's like, they genuinely care. Like, they actually want to help this guy, and they want him to feel good and to feel better. But yet, nonetheless, he's just inherently terrified of them. And, like, that's a tragedy on, like, both ends. Because it's like, I don't know. it's like, again, it goes back to kind of my thing of, like, could you love something that you know that you're not attracted to? Because, like, I mean, of course you can. Like, I love my cat. Like, my cat's adorable. But, like, again, we don't have, like, equal footing. Like, she lives in my house, and I give her food, and she can't go outside because she's gonna get eaten by a hawk or something. But it's like, if something is like as intelligent as me or more intelligent, even if it looks strange, like, I would want to forge a connection with them. Not necessarily like a romantic one necessarily, but, like, I don't know, it's always better to understand something. Like, you're never gonna go wrong or hurt yourself by trying to understand something rather than, like, fearing something. Well, I mean, unless the thing is trying to kill you, then maybe you should fear it. But like, other than that, if something or someone or some entity is not trying to kill you, then I don't know. I would suggest trying to understand it rather than just, like, fearing it. Perhaps irrationally or maybe rationally. Ah, see, now this is a cool character. Hey there.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
So long, or personal question?
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates.
Oh.
And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
See, that's cool.
Who are you?
Oh, okay.
This one's face name is Delaninder. Please take
Okay,
time to
square and
examine the
skip
fine
dialogue.
goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Ooh. Veal non-human armor, standard items, or upgrades. Let's see, what kind of armor you got? Krogan? Quarian? And Turian. Well, they seem cool, but I don't know when I'm gonna actually be able to use them.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Yeah, I would.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So, what are the standard items? Ooh, Phoenix 4. Firestorm. Ooh. Oh man, I would like that, but that costs so much money. Chameleon tool. Ooh. Yeah, give me that license. I don't like that I have to
Commander,
go through
it
like
is
3
good to
different
see you
menus
again.
to actually
Show me your items.
look at all the things
Oh,
on
this-
sale. Like, just have them all on one screen. Or, yeah, have me, like, be able to sort with R3 or... Oh, okay, buy back. I see. So, armor upgrade, ammo upgrade, or grenade upgrade. I'll buy that. But yeah, you see, like, that to me is cool. Like, a creature that, or like an alien species that like refers to itself in a different way and then like telepathically communicates. I don't know if they telepathically communicate, but they they do have like an interesting way of communicating. In this game, I don't know. I haven't fully committed to one, but let's see if I can remember what the button is. Yeah, if we see here, you might see I have quite a few points in Renegade, and that's because I chose like both of the like Renegade options when starting off, because like I forget how exactly it goes, but like depending on your backstory, it's like I think if you're like a spacer, you get like a few points into Paragon, and then it's like spacer, colonist, and Earthborn. And it's like for the spacer, you get like 2 Paragon points. For the colonist, you get like 1 Paragon point and 1 Renegade point. And then for Earthborn, you get 2 Renegade points. And I just chose the 2 backstory options that give me the Renegade points. But I'm going for a Paragon character. I don't know if I'm going to be able to max it out, but I don't know. I kind of like that. I kind of like starting off with like a bit of a tragic backstory, but then in spite of that being a good person. I find that to be interesting. But I mean, also, I don't know. I might occasionally do a Renegade option if it seems like something to do, or it's like if I'm like, if it seems like an actual viable thing. But for the most part, I'm going to be picking good guy Paragon options, because I like being a good person.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. You were at Torfan, correct? You led the final assault against the enemy base, if memory serves.
Have we met?
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
This is legal. Come on, Commander Shepard. Don't be a narc.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
I mean, I kind of see the logic there, but what happens if I don't buy it?
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single strong community.
Ooh.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Isn't that kind of messed up, though? You know? Shouldn't, like, everyone have a say?
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Alright.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh. Goodbye, Barla Vaughn. Nice meeting you. Oh yeah, then, yep. I don't know why, I keep pressing the wrong button. Like, the options button is, like, the actual, yeah, I don't know, I feel like touchpad should do what options button does, but instead it pulls out a gun. Yeah, I don't know where it shows, like, my build specifically, but, I'm doing a Vanguard build, so, you know, pistols and shotguns are going to be my main forte. Yeah, I'll eventually put some points into shotgun. I know, like, this might sound kind of stupid, but, yeah, where's the actual, yeah, squad? Yeah, wait, do I have to, like, put points into pistols to... Wow, you have to put a lot of points into pistols to unlock shotguns. I thought shotguns were just, like, locked off and I was gonna get them later. Huh. Because, like... Yeah, I do want to get, like, the ability to equip medium armor. Purely just so I can have different armors to equip. Because, I don't know, you know, combat effectiveness and all that jazz is pretty good, but what if I find a really cool medium armor that I want to put on, but I can't put it on? Alright? I don't care if it's objectively worse than anything else I have, alright? It looks cool.
Look at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
That's what I want to know.
Disturb the keepers.
Oh. Hi there.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Well, can I ask you about it?
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the Keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see Keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Yeah, also, what do you mean we don't know much about them? Were they here? Was the Citadel built around them? Did they just show up one day? Did they build the Citadel?
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council Chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Tell me more about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity, A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Cool.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the council chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
I will say it was really funny that I saw like those two people in the background bump into each other and then start a conversation. Yeah, so I'm guessing this place was like built by the Protheans? Protheans? I don't know if I'm saying that right. 2 words. What's that? Oh, okay. I have no idea where I'm going, but I know I want to explore every possible corner of this area. Oh, you can sprint. Look at that. I'm not a fan of the camera shaking like that when you do sprint, but I'm glad I know I can do it now. Yeah, I think I've explored this area fully, unless there's something I missed back there. Which I don't think so. Alright then. Are there birds or squirrels hanging around here? Definitely sounds like a bunch of birds. Actually, that would be kind of funny if they just played like bird sounds. Like there's no actual birds, but it adds to the ambiance. Am I gonna actually be able to use this? Okay. The game's like, hey, before you go exploring everywhere, you gotta go talk to the big boys. So yeah, the Citadel Tower is over here.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Okay. Ooh, look at that big fancy elevator.
ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
I was about to say, there better be some elevator music. Oh.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time.
It's Garrus.
Stall them.
I know that guy.
Counsel.
I've seen him.
Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
You blew it. You don't like Saren?
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you. You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
I guess I don't. But I keep him waiting for you, Garrus. You seem like a cool fellow. Pretty cool robes. Do I remember a guy named something? This is the problem with live streaming on a PlayStation. Sometimes it doesn't give you the full comment, which really makes no sense as to why that happens, but hey, it's alright. I'm only complaining a little bit. A guy named Green Boy? Like, in terms of people watching me before? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I can pull up my chat on my phone, but thanks. It just takes me a little minute to do it. But I mean, maybe. I'll be honest, I don't have the best memory.
No.
Rear Admiral.
Speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Hey there.
Commander?
No. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna look absolutely everywhere for somebody to talk to.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
Ooh, tell them. Again, I still have no idea who the, I have no idea what species the, like, these fellows are. Like, are these... They're not the Turians, because that's a Turian, right? You're a Turian? So are you, wrong button. It is this button. There we go. Oh yeah, Codex. Yeah, aliens.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Alright, weird. But also, I will say, I don't know, I find it a little weird that it's like, oh yeah, it's an entirely, like, female species, but it's like, if there's no male, then what, like, yeah, what exactly does it mean to be female? Like, the whole thing with the gender binary is that it's, like, made up, you know? I guess that's just how humans kind of interpret it, but it's just kind of funny, because it's not like they're an all-female race, they're just, you know, a single-gendered race, like, I don't know. Also, I was not expecting that to have narration.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other 2 races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the 2 species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Oh, glad these guys are having cool diplomatic relations, even if they are a little, little somewhat colonial. Also, I'm very, curious, like, I don't know, so far walking around, maybe I've been wrong, but I've yet to actually see a Lady Turian, I think, or at least talk to one.
The Asari, roughly
extinct races.
50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy.
The Solarians are the other
galactic
guys.
Extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Kadje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
Wow, lots of different stuff.
Combat hard suits, kinetic barrier. Medigel is a common medicinal...
I didn't realize all of these were gonna have... Oh, I see. So yeah, secondary stuff is like it includes not narrated. Okay, I see. I get you now. Okay. Creds. Nice. Alright.
The Elcor are a citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys. The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems. The Hanar are a citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech. All Hanar have 2 names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical, so instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language. When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers, a docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
That's cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if these guys were going to be in the non-council races or in the non-sapient creatures. But I don't know, this is really cool. Again, I like learning about the backstory of the various different species hanging out here. But, I do have to use the restroom quite terribly, and then I also just want to check on my animals, see how they're doing. So I'm going to let the Volus kind of thing play out, and then I'll be gone for a few minutes. So My apologies for that, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Just want to make sure my dog doesn't need to go out or my cat's alright, just sleeping. And, yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can.
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
So,
when the Asari
anyway, close entries. Funnily enough, I left my room and my cat was just like hanging out outside, and she wants like pets and attention, and my dog is taking a nap. Kind of the opposite of what you would expect, but I'm gonna go ahead and play another entry while I leave to go grab a drink.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Oh man. Alright, I'm back. And I gotta say, I really like Northern Lion. Like, I don't know, I've been watching him a lot more lately. Guy is hilarious. Oh man. Alright, here I am, properly sitting down in my chair now. Cracking open a cold one, a cheer wine. Don't let the name fool you. It is a cherry soda.
The Citadel is an ancient
Alright, yeah, I don't care. Actually, you know what? Codex, tell me about the Spectres.
The Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Alright, cool. Tell me about the Council.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Alright. I mean...
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel
Can I be honest?
chambers.
I don't know why they chose
Council
this guy as
affairs
the
often have
narrator.
far-reaching
Like, this
effects on the
guy
rest
sounds
of the
like somebody
galactic
that would
community.
bore you to death
5
if you're, like,
arms known
learning
as the
about something
wards
in school.
extend from the
Like, this is
Presidium.
like a video that, like,
Their
a
inner
teacher will
surfaces
play
have
if they're
been
like,
built
I
into
don't
cities,
feel like teaching
populated
today.
by millions of
And they play
inhabitants
something
from
with, like,
across
this
the
guy
galaxy.
narrating over
The
it, and you
Citadel
just,
is
like,
virtually indestructible.
tune out.
If attacked,
You
the
just, like,
station can
you want to
close
pay
its
attention, you
arms
want to,
form
like,
a
get the
solid,
information, so you,
impregnable
like,
shell.
just pay
For
the
as long
bare
as the
minimum of
station has
attention, but
existed,
it's so
an
hard because
enigmatic
this guy
race
is
called
so
the Keepers
boring.
has maintained it.
Like, I don't know. I might just be being mean here, but I don't know. I don't think this guy's the most exciting sort of narrator voice. Like, you don't have to go over the top with it, but I mean, it's like you have Keith David. Have Keith David do all the narration. All right, I'd listen to Keith David do all the narration, or like, I think it would be cool if you had the I just realized I'm walking like I have a gun out, but I don't. That's funny. But yeah, like,
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
I guess. But it's like, why don't you have like the protagonist narrate that? You know, if you're playing as like a male shepherd, then you could have I don't know who the voice actor is for Guy Shepherd. I know for Lady Shepherd or Femme Shep, it's it's Jennifer something. Jennifer.
No, I haven't spoken to him before. This is the first time I've requested an audience.
Jennifer Hale. Jen Hale. I remembered. I was like, I know it. I know the actor because she's great. I don't know. Has she been in other stuff other than like Mass Effect? I'm sure she has, but I'm really kind of curious. Oh, yeah. Apparently she's been in Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, BioShock Infinite, Metroid Prime, Overwatch, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Wow. And then also animations such as Johnny Quest, The Powerpuff Girls, Codename Kids Next Door, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, I've never heard of that one, Totally Spies, Avatar The Last Airbender, classic. And The Legend of Korra. Star Wars The Clone Wars, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego. Oh, she also voices Thorn of the Hex Girls in the Scooby-Doo movies, as well as Cinderella and Princess Aurora in various Disney Princesses media, and Jean Grey in Marvel media. What is this award? I mean, like, obviously she deserves this, but I'm reading her Wikipedia page here, and it says, for her role as Commander Shepard, Hale was nominated for Best Performance by a Human Female. As opposed to what? A Turian female? Like, as opposed to, like, a dog? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Of course it's for a human female. Like, it's just, what a weird name. Like, it's already weird specifying female, but hey, that's like an intrinsic part of the patriarchal binary gender society we've lived in for a while now. No, of course not all civilizations, not all cultures, but like, you know, you have two groups, you know, like best actor versus best actress, but you know, we're all actors, we're all people, you know, doesn't really matter your gender, I think. But it's like, you know, I get that, but why are you specifying human? Like, of course. Like, oh yeah, she was the best human actress in 2010, but I mean that the alien female, the Asari voice actress, oh, she just knocked it out of the park. She did such a fantastic job in the Persona games or something. You know, it's like it's so weird to like have human in the name. Like, what was this reward made by aliens? Made by like AI? Like, who came up with that? Oh. Oh man. But yeah, well, I'm really quite surprised. Oh yeah, she's Samus in Metroid Prime. Apparently she's Rivet in the Ratchet and Clank games. Bastila Shane for Knights of the Old Republic, which I do not know but I don't know anything about Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. But I know they're good games. I do want to play them at some point. I was really disappointed because I think they were working on a remaster, but they ended up canceling it. It's like, why? I've always heard good things about those games. I really wanted to play them. But yeah, no, I haven't played Rogue Company in years. Well, I don't know if that's true, but it has been a long time since I played Rogue Company. Sometimes I think about getting it, but for the most part, I don't know. I'm good. I know. I've always liked single player games more than multiplayer games, and I don't really need to go back to it. Although, you know, if you were asking earlier about Green Boy from Rogue Company, I think I'd probably remember you from there. Again, it's been a very long time. In fact, here I'll look up when my last Rogue Company live stream was, because I guarantee you it's gonna be several months. Let's see. Yeah, 5 months ago was the last time I played Rogue Company, December 6th. And then before that was, yeah, December 5th. So yeah, yeah, so technically I haven't played Rogue Company since last year. Wow. Yes. Been a while.
I'm still waiting.
Alright, anyway. I want to go back and look through Jennifer Hale's, voice work. Because, yeah, she's, Jean Grey in X-Men 97. Which, like, seems like a good show, but I just, I don't know. I've never been big on the X-Men. Like, they're fine, but, you know, just not my sort of thing. Yeah, I wonder who she plays in the BioShock Infinite games. Or Infinite game. Then, let's see. Ooh, yeah, she's in Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, that's a game I've seen and heard good things about. I do kind of want to check that out. Oh, she's in Bayonetta 3. Oh, wait, she's Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3? Or is she Rosa? Or is Rosa, like, also Bayonetta? Oh, yeah, she is Bayonetta. Because I forget what happened with the original voice actor for Bayonetta, but I think she, like, demanded a lot of money, or she didn't, like, accept a contract or something. And, I don't know, but wasn't, like, the funny thing about her that she was, like, a Christian woman? Which is, like, a very funny, a funny thing to be the main voice actor for, like, a game about, like, a witch who uses, like, her hair magic to fight people and, like, kill angels. Yeah, the whole game is about killing angels, isn't it? Oh no, I've never actually played the original Bayonetta games, but I do want to. I want to play Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2, and Bayonetta 3. But I think Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 3 are only on, like... Well, Bayonetta 2 was on the Wii U, and I assume it's probably on the Switch now, and so is Bayonetta 3. And I don't know, I heard Bayonetta 3 wasn't great. Like, I'm sure it's not bad, but it's just not as good as the other ones, I don't think. Yeah, wait, who's she playing Overwatch? Oh, she's Ashe in Overwatch? Oh, that makes sense. I quite like Ashe in Overwatch. Oh, I haven't played Overwatch either in forever. Overwatch and Rogue Company were kind of my two main multiplayer games for a while, but I don't know. Like, multiplayer games are fun, but I've kind of fallen off on them. I very much am enjoying different story mode games, or single player games. Apparently she was in one episode of Uncle Grandpa. Skylanders. Oh man, remember Skylanders? Apparently she's Dory in the Finding Dory video game, Just Keep Swimming. I didn't even know there was a Finding Dory game. But yeah, apparently she's Dina Hare? Diana Hare? I'm not sure how to say that name. In Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspire? What is that? Dragonspear. She's Sarah Palmer in Halo 5 Guardians. Oh, she has a lot of different roles in the regular show. Yeah, again, Oh, she's in Dragon Age Inquisition. That's nice. Oh, she's Gladriel in Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I like Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Honestly, that's a game that really blew me away. I might go back to that game. I already replayed that game once, but I'd replay that game again. Again, no shade to like multiplayer games or Rogue Company. I just like, I don't know, I find a lot more interest in multiplayer games, or sorry, single player games. Like, multiplayer games can be fun, but they can also be irritating. Like, again, I've kind of been having an itch to go back to Rogue Company, but it's just like, I don't know. For me, it's like, I don't know, I've also been playing like super long games. Like, I've played through Persona 4, Persona 5, Persona 3, Reload, and all those games take anywhere from, like, at minimum 60 hours to, like, 100. Like, those games are super long. I then also played Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is decently long, followed by Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is super long and super big, and I still haven't even fully finished it yet, so I want to get back to that at some point. Oh, she's Kiyoshi in The Legend of Korra. She's also in The Last of Us as additional voices, probably like some of the NPC bad guys or enemies. Yeah, and she's Rosalind Ludus in BioShock Infinite. Is that like one of the two twins that like give you a coin to flip? I don't know. I got like the BioShock series at some point, and I ended up and like I want to go through and play them, but like they have something weird about them where I forget what it is, but like I don't think I can live stream like the BioShock games. Like, at least I can't live stream the original BioShock. It's weird. I don't know why that's the case. But I can record it, so I might do like a Let's Play series on that at some point. But yeah. I don't know. I think, I mean, she has a lot of credits. Man. How does one get into voice acting? I don't know. I don't know if my voice would ever be good enough for voice acting. I don't know. Maybe it could be, depending on the character. But I would love to do voice acting. Ah, she's Silver Sable in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I love Silver Sable. Silver Sable, especially in the PS4 Spider-Man. Like that one was a pretty good one. But yeah, she's Sam in Totally Spies, I think. And I don't remember which one that is. But I remember as a kid liking Totally Spies. Oh, she's apparently in Stalker. Yeah, she's also Naomi Hunter in Metal Gear Solid 4. Alright, well, cool. Alright, I seem to have, like, turned off the music, so I think that's the game's way of telling me it's cutting off the music. Oh! Aw! Are you sleeping? Maybe you're just chilling, but that's cute. Aw. Man, how great would that be? Imagine if you could just, like, sleep standing up. Like, you didn't have to, like, go into a bed or, like, lay down or sit down. You could just, like, while standing and remaining standing, you could just, like, take a little cat nap. Oh, that would be amazing. Alright. Ah, Captain Anderson. How's it going? Just want to make sure I can't talk to anyone else.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Sorry. I've been sitting around not doing all that much.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre, and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions. but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100, but the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined C-Sec about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble.
Only two of those things are bad. Alright, the third thing, which is actually two things. I mean, alcohol is a drug. You don't have to specify. But, I mean, you know, alcohol and drug use seems pretty cool to me. Not that I've ever done that.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human C-Sec officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in C-Sec now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. C-Sec is better off without him.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. but it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests, too.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the Council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
What are those, cherry trees?
I like that fountain. It's very soothing.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive... That guy's up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the Keeper.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the Keepers.
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
Just tell me what you're doing. I'm not here to get you into trouble.
All right. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I can help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
Oh, interesting.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander?
Oh, I was hoping I could actually talk to that guy. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and scan all these guys. Scan all these folks. We'll see. I'm getting a little bit peckish though. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna eat. I do have some fish sticks I can cook up, which might be pretty good. But, I don't know. Otherwise, kind of got a craving for maybe some fast food, but I always have a craving for fast food. I'm an American after all. But, oh. I am pretty hungry. Then, I don't know. I could also make a sandwich, grilled cheese.
That's just it. I'm hearing it everywhere. It's not just isolated rumors.
Do you really think Saren could be involved in something like that without the Council knowing it?
Maybe the Council does know. Everyone already assumes he's just doing their dirty work.
That's dangerous talk. I'd be careful who you mention that to.
I know. But if it's true, shouldn't we be doing something about it?
No. And I'll thank you to keep me out of it if you do.
Hmm. I'm gonna be getting so much money. For every 10 of these guys I scan, I get $300. So is Garrus like actually a recruitable ally in this game? Because I know he has a prominent role in Mass Effect 2, and like, yeah, also, like, does Tali show up?
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
I will say, I do really enjoy this. I enjoy, like, the nice little elevator conversations. And it's kind of funny, because I actually really like that in the Outer Worlds, where, like, essentially the same thing happens. You go up an elevator that plays some nice elevator music, and then your two companions have a conversation. And, like, I don't know, I really like that. And I didn't realize that they were kind of taking that from Mass Effect. Kind of makes me want to replay the Outer Worlds, but I'm really liking Mass Effect. So maybe once I'm done with Mass Effect and then I'm done with a million billion other games I want to play, then maybe, just maybe, I can go ahead and do that. So yeah, you're not conscious, are you? Yep, cool. All right, cool. Yep, I'm not disturbing them, just scanning them.
It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread.
Yeah, hey, let my guy preach. Let this fellow preach.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Having trouble?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Purchase a permit?
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
I kind of get that.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
I'll help.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
You should be more open-minded.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Let the Hanar talk.
I think you should let the Hanar preach in the Presidium.
The Presidium is a place of culture and respect. It should not be filled with zealots shouting their idiocy. Why should the jellies get special treatment? Every other species understands and obeys the laws.
What if I bought a permit?
If I purchased the evangelical permit myself, would that take care of things?
As long as it stays in approved areas once it has the permit, yes. That would solve the issue for me.
I'll be back.
I don't care what you have to do. Just get rid of that Hanar.
Also, this is like if a cop was like dealing with somebody and then you went up and was like, hey, what's the problem, officer? And then the cop was like, hey, can you do my job for me? It's like, I mean, I'm willing to help resolve the situation because, you know, I like helping people, but like, isn't this your job?
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Yeah, be more open-minded.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Rules of permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the Jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn Jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Yeah, well, can you I was hoping I could get some info from you on where to buy a permit.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Sorry.
I'll keep working on it.
This one will continue to spread its message. Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
This isn't the way.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Could I buy your permit?
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in order to speak the truth. However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
Aw, you do now.
150 credits. This should cover you.
This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the Enkindlers. This one will not cause any further trouble for the CSEC officer. This one offers its thanks.
Alright.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Ah, okay, cool. This is fun. I like doing odd little quests. Hello there.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I need your help.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
Ooh.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business until Saren turned on him.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, cool.
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic items today?
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So, yeah, I'm kind of curious. So yeah, let's say, looking at my armor, L1 details, upgrades. Ah, okay. Yeah, so wait, what does Omnigel actually do? Does that, like, repair your equipment? Alright. Ah, keeper. Oh yeah, I gotta go around and scan all keepers I can find. So, no more keepers down here, right? Okay, that guy's back. over there, so might be fun to chat to him. Yeah, I say let's go ahead and do a loop. Let's kind of go around this way, find any keepers over here, go back to like the embassies, scan all the keepers there, and then eventually work my way back to the Hanar and then move on to the next area. I don't know, I may briefly leave to make some food, because I don't know, I am peckish. So yeah. Nobody else over here, right? Just that guy down there, and I scanned him. Or them. You know, I will say, as I'm feeling a little bit tired, sleepiness is like a double-edged sword. Like, on one hand, I feel kind of cozy and nice, but on the other hand, like, my eyes are starting to get heavy. It's a little uncomfortable. Alright. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there's at least one keeper in there. No keepers in here, though. Ah, Captain Anderson.
Yes, Commander. Is there something you need?
No, I don't think so.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Sure is peaceful here.
Ah, the Earth Clan again. What is it now?
Well, I guess
Goodbye,
nothing.
Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
I guess I'll return to you guys once I actually find the Asari consort.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
Nope.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Now I know for sure there's one over here. Then I don't think there's one in here. But anything to say to you?
Shepard, what can I do for you now?
I was hoping I could ask you about Garrus.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
No thanks.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
Are there any keepers down here? Jasisek Academy. I might want to go there. Okay. I think I've gotten all the keepers in this area. So yeah, let's go to the C-Sec Embassy. Wonder who's down there. Yeah, is that where I find the one guy, Harkin, or whatever his name is?
How you holding up, Lieutenant?
Not too bad. No headaches worth mentioning lately. Maybe I'm getting used to the strain.
Maybe you've just got a good stress release. I know that knocking the Geth on their synthetic asses gets rid of my headaches.
Ah, there's Rex. Okay. Ah. Hello there, partner.
One sec. Looking you up. Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military. First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the C-Sec requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you got.
Excellent. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Ooh. Heavy armor, medium armor, light armor. Well, might as well buy all the licenses that I can.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Yes, human.
I'm trying to bring down Saren. Barlavon said to talk to you.
Barlavon is a wise man. We may share a common goal, human.
Enlighten me.
I've been hired to kill the owner of Korra's Den, a man named Fist. He did something very foolish.
What'd he do?
He betrayed the Shadow Broker. A Quarian showed up here on the Citadel. She was on the run. She wanted to trade information for a safe place to hide, so she went to Fist. He promised to arrange a meeting between her and the Shadow Broker. Instead, he contacted Saren.
What does Saren have to do with this?
Well, the Quarian has something that connects Saren to the Geth. He paid Fist a small fortune for her.
If we get our hands on that evidence, we can prove that Saren's a traitor. And the Council will have to listen to us.
Where's the Quarian now?
Last I heard, Fist still had her. Probably somewhere inside his club. You help me kill Fist, she's all yours.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
What about Garrus, that Turian? He wants to take Saren down too.
He might come in handy.
He was here just before you showed up. Said he was going to follow up a lead on his investigation. Wanted to speak to the doctor at the med clinic.
Move out.
Oh, okay. Guess I'll have Ashley and Rex. Sorry, Caden. So, how long have I been going for? 2.5 hours. Wow.
Okay, Jalid. Let me get this straight. Your business partner, Shorban, he's threatened you?
Well, no, not exactly. But he wants to meet with me. I think he's going to kill me.
And why do you think that?
I can't really get into the details. But Shorban will kill me if I leave here unprotected.
I can't help you. Not unless you give me something more to go on.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Then I've got other work to do.
But
But nothing. Don't bother me unless you're willing to give me details.
Poor guy.
Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly chat. If C-Sec were better at its job, there'd be no need for bounty hunters like me.
C-Sec seems more like a military operation than a police force. C-Sec seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Hey there! Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
Yeah.
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
I mean, maybe he's just into you. I know it's creepy, but, you know. It might not be as bad as you're thinking it is, but maybe it is. How can I help?
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Yeah.
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Salarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Shorban. That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
Good point.
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
I don't know. Shorban seems like a nice enough guy. Maybe I misjudged him, but I think he's cool. Ooh, look at these stairs. Look at me getting all these free points. Alright, cool. Yep, I guess I can't go that way. So where's Garrus? So, where's this take me? To the docking bay. Okay.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
All right. Ah, yeah, there we go. Huh? Oh. Yeah, is right. What's going on with you, Rex?
Every time I visit the Citadel, C-Sec brings me here for a friendly chat.
This is quite the view, Commander. C-Sec seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Oh, yeah, that is a cool view. So yeah, wait, can I just swap the squad at any time? Oh. Cool, I didn't realize he could have a helmet. That's pretty sick. Not as sick as his actual face though, but pretty cool. What's fitness? Okay. Let's go for that. Alright. So yeah, can I go back on the Normandy ship? Ooh, fancy.
Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, Commander. Nobody's allowed on the Normandy right now. Doing some routine maintenance.
So how do I actually swap out squad members? Is it just like
excavation
only
team
in
has run into an
different
unexpected problem
areas,
after
or
unearthing a
when you get a
Prothean
new
dig site.
party member?
Hanar protesters
I don't
have
know.
blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
Alright. Let's head on up.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
I could use a snack. Think there's any fish out in that lake?
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Tranquil, calm, relaxing. Wake me when this is over.
I like Rex.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom.
Could have just gone directly there, but I would have missed out on that keeper.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
He always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Now keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
A lot of traffic here. How fast do you think those cars are going?
There are a few unlicensed vendors who operate out of the markets here. Sometimes they have good stuff for sale.
You think it's expensive to live here?
Maybe.
You can keep the Presidium. This is where the action is.
First time I was here, I dropped a bundle in the casino. Got so mad I put my fist through one of the machines.
A lot of traffic here. How fast do you think those cars are going?
People always complain that the wards are too crowded, but I never have any problem. Everybody gives me plenty of space.
Oh. Wait, where am I?
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones. Kitt claims that he's also excited by giving a human audience the chance to judge Hamlet by his deeds and not his emotions.
All right. The elevator music is such a nice little touch. Ooh. Is this the red light district? Because there's a red light. Oh, not coming in, Rex? No. What's this way? Ooh.
Don't kid yourself. It's even bigger than it looks.
How will you know?
I got a tour. One of 500 to see the Ascension from the inside out.
Really?
Took almost 6 hours and we only saw 1/10 of the ship. I even got to meet the commander.
Matriarch Ladanya. You met her?
Well, she addressed everyone on the tour, but I got pretty close to her.
Huh, just look at that ship. You'd have to be stupid to mess with that.
Very true. She's got almost as much firepower as the rest of the Asari fleet combined.
Hopefully, she'll never need to use it.
Interesting. So yeah, are you talking about that huge ship, or are you talking about that? I don't quite know.
Commander Shepard? Excuse me, Commander Shepard!
Oh, hello.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
I How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
You gotta have access to better sources. Why contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. I read about the siege of Torfin, sending your men to their deaths, shooting slavers as they tried to surrender. I need someone who isn't afraid to get their hands dirty. Someone who'll do what needs to be done. That's you.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
Sure.
Sounds like a good cause. If I find any information, it's yours.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
No. It's over here, yonder.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this model.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really, that's impressive. Usually you humans can't tell one Turian from another.
This was the place. Now, are you gonna give me a refund or not?
Do you have your proof of purchase?
What? No, I don't think you ever gave me one.
I'm sorry, then. I can't help.
But, what do you...
Can't help you.
Is that really... Wow! It's you!
Yeah, who are you?
You're Commander Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And you are?
My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
I spent most of my time trying to stay alive and help the colonists.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but do you have time for a quick autograph?
Anything for a fan. Here.
Thanks. I really appreciate it. My wife is going to be so impressed. I'll let you get back to work. But next time you're on Earth, I'd love to buy you a drink. Thanks again!
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Oh.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
What colonies are you talking about?
Oh, my mistake, Earth Clan. I assumed... It doesn't matter. Pharos? Noveria? Well, if you haven't heard of them yet, I'm sure you will soon. But it doesn't matter where you hail from. My goods are available to all.
What can you tell me about Noveria?
The corporate capital of the Attican Traverse. Very cold. Very snowy. I don't get too many clients from there. They all have their own private suppliers.
I'd like to know more about Pharos.
It's an old Prothean world. Their buildings still litter the surface. The humans aren't the first to colonize it, but they are the most recent. I just realized I haven't heard from my contact on that planet for some time. Ah, well, I'm sure he's fine.
Show me what you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Ooh, assassin armor. Seems cool, but way too expensive, alongside pretty much everything else. Guess I'll buy that, and I cannot afford that. Alright then. Oh no. How long have I been going? Almost 3 hours. I might call it here pretty soon. I might come back later, or I might not. Don't know. But what I do know is I don't know, I'm hungry. I'm ravenous. I want to make some dinner. And it's getting to that time. It's 5:26 for me. Ooh, lots of people down here. Ah, there's Chorbin. I guess I'll talk to Chorbin. It'll be the last thing I do.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Sure.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
What's behind this door? Oh. To Chora's Den. Ah. Oh, wait, is this where I initially came in from? Yeah, seems like it. Oh, this is really just like a back kind of hallway. I really thought that there was going to be like a store or something over here. I guess the store is over here. Or business. Or is it a club? I mean, a club is a business. Hey, Chorbin.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
I want the truth, man.
You can start by telling me the truth, Chorbin.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
Quit stalling. Your friend, Jalid, told us about you.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole?
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
Yeah, wait, is it a bad thing? Should I say no more here? I don't know. I knew I probably should have saved before I continued this conversation. But yeah, shoot. Don't know. I mean, on one hand, I don't want to do this if it's a bad thing, but on the other hand, I don't want to keep making more money. Let's see. Look up a quick little guide. I mean, alright.
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone.
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
Sure.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
Interesting. Alright, well. I've hit the 3-hour mark, and I think my game plan, at the very least, is I'm gonna go make me some dinner. I'm gonna have some fish sticks, which are pretty good. Some quality fish sticks. And,
Looks like it's shut down.
Fist knows we're coming.
Ah,
You think it's expensive to live here?
probably.
There are a few unlicensed vendors who operate out of the markets here. Sometimes they have good stuff for sale.
Alright. Yeah, I don't really... Yeah, there might be a little bit more for me to explore, but I think... Oh, I can't save. Uh-oh. What happens if I just, like, back up? Look, game, I didn't mean to get too forward. Oh, no, I'm stuck. Oh, I can't save. When's the last load I have? Alright. Wait. Oh, you can have multiple different playthroughs. Okay, cool. My reputation is ruthless. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess I can do this, but I was really hoping to use the restroom, so I'm gonna go do that right quick. Then I'll be back in due time. Alright, I'll tell you what, I left briefly, but I've come back with new knowledge and new questions. Because, I don't know, I was watching Northern Lion, and he posed a very interesting question, you know? It's just like, is it easier or harder to get a boner in space? You know? It's like, I assume it would be possible, but like, I don't know the mechanics of that. I don't know the physics of it, you know? Because it's like, it's not like gravity has anything to do with that. Whoa! Alright. Jesus Christ. I'm just over here trying to think about what the mechanics of popping a boner in space would be like in 0G. And you guys shoot me up. Sorry, I'm asking the real questions here. Alright. Nice job, folks. I really was not expecting that. I thought there might be a confrontation. I thought we were gonna, like, talk to the guy. But no, I just walked too close, and all of a sudden everyone's trying to kill me. Hi there, partner.
Stop right there. Don't come any closer.
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back or we'll shoot.
Hey, get out of here, guys.
This would be a good time to find somewhere else to work.
Yeah, right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I never liked Fist anyway. It would have been quicker to just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Yeah. Alright, Ashley. You got some good qualities. Also, would it have been quicker? Because, like, I said, like, one thing to them, and they were like, okay, we'll leave. And you're like, oh, it would have been faster to shoot them. It's like, yeah, they would have taken at least 2 shots, so... I don't know. I don't know how fast you can, You can shoot Rex, but... Oh, it's Fist! Main man himself. Let's throw you. Whoa! I'm gonna die. I don't know how to heal. Okay, that's how you heal. There we go.
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Where's the Quarian?
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait! I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker, ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Okay, Squareface.
Give me the location, now.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
Drop the gun, Krogan.
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
He'd surrendered, man.
We don't shoot unarmed prisoners.
How many people died because of him? He brought this on himself. Besides, we have more pressing concerns.
That Quarian's dead if we don't go now.
Alright. Ooh. Well, can't unlock that, unfortunately. Oh, alright, we're timed. Okay, can't go that way. Gotta go this way. Seems like there's a bunch of goons.
Look out!
Alright, how do you actually swap weapons? Because I want to try out my pistol. Alright, let's go.
Think we're good, Commander.
Nope. Open the door. Here we go. Tali!
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
No!
Fist set me up. I knew I couldn't trust him.
Were you hurt in the fight?
I know how to look after myself. Not that I don't appreciate the help. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
The ambassador's office. It's safe there. He'll want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many...
Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
Making your day, Ambassador. She has information linking Saren to the Geth.
Really? Maybe you better start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of our parents and our people behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds of things do you look for?
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we prove that we will contribute to the community, rather than being a burden on our limited resources.
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
He said Eden Prime brought him one step closer to finding the conduit. Any idea what that means?
The conduit must have something to do with the beacon. Maybe it's some kind of Prothean technology. Like a weapon.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Are they some kind of new alien species?
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods. the pinnacle of non-organic life, and they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
The Reapers are a threat to every species in Citadel space. We have to tell them.
No matter what they think about the rest of this, those audio files prove Saren's a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali. You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
Oh, of course. What about your quest?
I thought you were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
Hell yeah.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
Alright. Oh, okay. I just realized the game kind of like spoils the rest of the companions for you. Liara and Garrus. So you do get Garrus as a companion in this game. Well, definitely having Tali on the team. Honestly? I don't know, I'm not too sure. I'm between either Rex or Ashley. You know what? Yeah. Nope. Oh. God, alright, yeah, let's do this. Girl Squad. Alright.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other. They built a lake on a space station. I can't even imagine the resources needed to maintain it. My people used to have an embassy here, but after we created the Geth, we were no longer welcome.
Aw.
So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other. They built a lake on a space station. I can't even imagine the resources needed to maintain it.
Alright, cool. Well, so, hold on, what's my actual, like, oh yeah, I never did run into Garrus. I feel a bit bad about that. Alright, expose Saren. Gotta return to the tower. Can you just, like, not recruit Garrus? That would be kind of funny. Let's see here. Oh. Oh, I like how that changes, the entire appearance. It's pretty cool. Nope. Yeah, can't toggle the helmet for Tali. Tali, Zora, Naraya. Alright. Well, let's see here. So, yeah, what do you actually get for being a soldier, Ashley? Yeah, there we go. That's handy. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now, as for me... I would like to be able to equip medium armor at some point. Let's see here. Yeah, put 1 point into that. Then, And yeah, 1 point into pistols. Alright, yeah, cool. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, cool. Let's go find Garrus. I feel bad that I didn't find him. I literally accidentally walked into the... I don't even remember what the place is called. The Fist area.
Excuse me, Commander Shepard. Could you spare a moment of your time?
Sure thing.
Commander Shepard, my name is Samesh Bhatia. Forgive the intrusion, but I have nowhere else to turn.
Oh, no problem.
It's no trouble. What can I do for you?
My wife was a Marine. She was in the 212 on Eden Prime.
Wait, the 212? Your wife was serviceman Nirali Bhatia. I'm Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. I served in her unit.
Chief Williams, it is a pleasure. Nirali spoke of you with great respect.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Bhatia. Nirali was a good woman. What can we do for you?
I've requested that my wife's body be returned to me for cremation, but the military has refused my request.
Why did they refuse your request? There's got to be some reason.
I don't know. All I know is that they have declared it impossible for my wife to be returned to me.
There's no reason for your wife's body to be held like this. Just wait here.
The man in charge of my case is Mr. Bosker. When I last saw him, he was in the expensive bar over there. Thank you for your time. I just want to give my wife a proper funeral, and the respect she deserves.
Aww. So yeah, the expensive bar is over there. There's nothing new here, is there? Ah, there you are.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your activities made for quite a briefing in the Diplomatic Corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Yes. A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position. I wish I could help him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you. Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think that her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
Yeah, fuck you.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I am out here fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not going to risk an incident by refusing you. Tell Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Alright. It's got a whole lot of Paragon points for that.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you. I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
Samesh, I don't know if this helps, but your wife, Nirali, loved you very much. She missed your cooking, and she played recordings of you every night before she went to sleep.
I know, Miss Williams. But thank you. It's nice to hear it again.
Aw.
My people used to have an embassy here, but after we created the Geth, we were no longer welcome.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. There are many points of interest here, including the Citadel embassies and CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Alright. I might just call it here. 3 hours and 33 minutes seems pretty good. And plus, I really want to grab me some dinner. But hey, thanks for watching. Oh, I'm having a lot of fun with Mass Effect. It's really a great game. Kind of sad it took me this long to play it, but hey, I'm happy I'm playing it now. Anyway, peace out.